Good day, friends. It is me, HL ModTech, and we have got a brand new laser. Friends, it's time for unboxing and assembly. So let's get cracking. Alright, so let's see what's in the big box. Alrighty, friends, so here is the manual. It comes with a cutting mat, and we've got a user's guide. That's a lot of information. If we look underneath the first piece of material, there is a lot of material. These are locked in nice and safe, and they look super sturdy. Once again, tucked in here, this is our front rail with our control panel. Right here, of course, is our power supply. Wrenches and all the mounting material, USB drive, sample materials, display cord, USB cord. So many little compartments. Those are our safety glasses. Here is our laser module. And right here, friends, looks like we have our center rail. Friends, quick note, there is a rod back down in there that you'll want to find. And then also, don't forget, right there is your display. Everything's tucked in so snug, pretty easy to miss one. Alrighty, friends, so we've got the two sides, the rear and the front. I've got them laid out on my table. As you can see, this is large. We are stressing out my build area, and we're going to connect them with M412, and it's going to take 16 of these to connect it. And one of my favorite things is when they're labeled by step. When you flip these around, make sure you've got them so that they slide in. So this is awesome. You'll know you have it lined up because you can see them right there. Another awesome bonus is the beveled head on your wrenches. There are also two over here on the side. I don't have a way to show you that with my camera, but at least I'm showing you where they go. And the other one is down at the bottom. Let's move down to the other end. This slides in as well. There is a groove there, so you get it to the exact size. And it fits in nice and snug. Then the same gig. Two on the side, one from the top. Just rotated the whole thing 90 degrees so I don't have to move the camera. And bam, exact same steps. Friends, I'm not even going to waste time showing you. I'm just going to put 3 over here, and I'm going to put 3 on the other side. At the moment, it is feeling like this company should be called Atezr, because oh my gosh, this is a pretty slick setup. Friends, step 2 right here, M25. Step 2, labeled once again. There are 2 belt tensioning adjustment nuts. We'll put those in the back. Once again, easy peasy. There's one. And there is number 2. Love steps that take about 30 seconds. Friends, step 3 is the X-axis. It's using M560s. There are 4 of them, and it goes from the top down. Do make sure that you've got your front of your laser with where it's going to be mounted. Of course, you can finger start those. I would get all 4 started before you finally tighten them down. Friends, the next step is the support feet, and we need to flip it over. And there is a note, pay attention to the distinction between the left and right support feet. Which means, if you put this one here, it's sticking off the wrong way. So you do need to make sure they fit in the proper corners. Friends, I don't think I need to show you all 4 corners. Once again, it doesn't get much easier than this. Alright, as you can see, I did spin it around because my stumpy little arms can't reach back to that other side. But once again, we're just putting in all the screws, making sure that they match the L shapes on both sides. Step 5, friends, is where we install that polished rod. Of course, friends, make sure you remove the plastic. I sliced that off with a knife so I could get in there. And friends, the polished rod goes through just like that. Make sure you get it all the way in, and then we're going to tighten it down right back there. Alright, so I have loosened this one. We're sliding it in, and then we can lock it in place. We do need to make sure we lock it on this end as well. Bingo. Alright everybody, it is time to slide in the laser module. In the back, you can tighten it down so it stays where you want. Boom. That's pretty slick. Next up we have cable ties. They go along X. There are 3 of them, and there's 3 along Y. Alright friends, so it is time to attach our little cable ties. I've stood X up and we're going back along Y. We're going to put these on the inside. There's 1 and 2 and 3. Alright, so those are attached right down here around the controller. And you can see that the other 3 come along the top of the back right here. And I'll connect those right now. There's number 1 and 2 and 3. The first one connects to this stepper motor, which is right under there. And the second one is going to connect right here. To get this so you can see what I had to do, we are standing it up, and you can see that stepper motor connector is right underneath, just like that. While we've got it at this angle, let's get this cable in here. It just slides in one side and then you loop it up over and put it in the other. Cable routed, that easy. Under, over, under, over. While we're still standing up, this is an easy way to insert the end stop connector and also the stepper motor. And then friends, we'll thread this wire through all the way up to there. I'm going to lay it down and let's connect the laser head. There. Just like that. Friends, as the manual says, mission completed. Before we actually fire it up, we do need to check the belt tension. Alright friends, so this is the Y-axis. I have loosened this one right here. You can see that gives you all the play. And then I'm going to push that back so that I've got decent tension. Not a lot, but a little. You can keep adjusting that till you're happy. And then I'm going to lock it in place. And lock it in place back here too. And you can see now this pulls that back even tighter as it locks in. So I got this one decent, and now this back one totally adjusted. And that's pretty nice. Alright friends, so there you can see I've got a little bit of tension, and now that I've got it to that level, I can adjust it super simple with just this one screw right here to get it the exact way I want. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Real quickly, let's add the HDMI cable and the interface. Peel off the protective display and snap it in place. I love that magnetic idea. Alrighty friends, so there you have it. Quick and easy assembly of the P10. Loved how everything snapped together. The instructions were super simple. I love that all the steps came with their own little package of parts. Everything was labeled accurately. The manual was clear, concise, and it went together just like it was supposed to. Hard to get much better than that. Of course, friends, if you are interested in one, there will be a link down below, and there will be another video coming soon for how to do your first cuts. Friends, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about HL ModTech. Of course, if you got a question, comment, or suggestion, add it down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HL ModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Friends, I'm going to connect it first to Lightburn. It is my favorite tool for using a laser cutter. We need to start by clicking on the devices button, and then we're going to choose find my laser. I have just plugged the laser in via USB. I have just plugged in the laser cable. Let's power it on. And then over here, I'm going to hit find my laser. It says make sure it is connected via USB, which I did just do. Let's hit next and see if it can track it down. Bingo. Now it says it's an eye laser and I know that's not correct. I'm going to hit OK and I'm going to name it Atezr P10. But then I'm going to switch it to Gerbil. So when we hit next, it does go to front left. I'm going to say OK on that. And I'm going to hit finish, but then I'm going to click on that and hit edit. And I'm going to switch it to GRBL. It is serial USB. I'm going to tell it next. Those measurements are perfect. So once again, next and next and next. Now I can hit OK. I'm going to switch to the laser. And let's see if we can find the correct COM port. Bingo, it was COM 8. And there it is, homing for the very first time. So far, so good. Alright friends, so with everything in place, let's learn how to cut with this laser. I'm going to draw a tiny rectangle. It's about 2 centimeters by 1 centimeter. I'm going to draw a silly circle. Once I've got the two shapes drawn, I'm going to switch back, select them both, and I'm going to hit tools, and I'm going to hit weld shapes. So now I've got a little bit of a funky shape I can cut out. Now over here on the laser cutter, I'm going to cut with cardboard. I love using scrap material. The other thing I love about this laser is you can set the height above your material with this epic little kickstand. A lot of lasers come with a piece of material you put underneath. This is so slick because you never have to look for it. It's always attached. Loosen, adjust, find your height, get your material in where you need it to be. I'm going to make sure I'm over this cutting mat. Since this is scrap material, I do not have to be perfect, but I do want to get it set so that it's going to cut most efficiently. Alright, we are locked in place. Let's flip the kickstand back up. Cardboard's there. As you can see, I can nudge and move. And we also can see the beam. Let's do fire and see if that shape is gonna fit. Now it went down below, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to job origin below. Now when we hit frame, it uses the material more wisely. It's building up from that spot. Friends, at this point, let's grab our goggles, hit start, and see how well we cut through this bit of cardboard. Alright, perfect amount of time for a test. If we click on this and push it out, oh my gosh, that is fantastic. So friends, now that I know that I can cut with those numbers, let's cut something awesome. I am going to import a tiny jet of mine. I'm just going to hit delete on that. Let's do file, import. I want to find my tiny jet. So I will type tiny jet or tiny asterisk. There is my tiny jet SVG. Alright friends, so now that it's loaded, let's get our settings again. I'm going to switch out here to that number 15, I think it was. Let's check our cuts and layers. 660% one pass. That is fantastic. Let's move to a good spot on our piece of cardboard. I'm going to still come over. I'm going to do that shift nudge down. And I'm going to go one more left. Let's hit frame and see if it fits. That looks super efficient. Friends, it's time to grab the goggles, hit start, and let's make something awesome. Bam! Laser cut jet. So after a couple minutes, check that out. The P10 cuts so crisp. Tail fin, main wing, there's the fuselage. Kind of hung up in the back there just a tiny bit. And the main wing. Kind of tied up a little in this corner. You see there was a little tear. So maybe I'll have to slow that speed down just a little bit or bump up the power. So friends, the jet works like this. The wing slides in and it just barely fits. You have to slide it back so that it gets in. And then you can adjust it forward and back for the center of gravity. This is 4mm thick cardboard. That is one thing that is required for the design to match. You need to have 4mm thick cardboard. And then the tail fin goes just like that. Alrighty friends, so this is the tiny jet. It is free on Thingiverse. I'll make sure there's a link in the video. I've also got videos of me launching it. I'll make sure you can find those if you want to see that as well. There's a launcher too that you can build so you can rubber band launch these awesome little airplanes. Put some clay on the front, you'll be amazed how far they fly. Now we're here though because of the P10. Love how easy it was to assemble. The dual beam laser is super slick, and I love that kickstand. I think it is a genius idea. Friends, of course, if you're interested in one, I will have links in the description. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about HL ModTech. Of course, if you got a question, comment, or suggestion, add it down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HL ModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Good day friends, it is me, HL ModTech, and I'm back once again with the P10 10-watt laser. Friends, today we're going to cut some wood, so let's get cracking. Alright friends, so first let's talk about the wood I'm using. This is reclaimed pallet wood. If we take a look at it real quick, you can see that it is about 6mm thick. So that's what we're going to try and cut through. Friends, I'm going to make a test design, and let's see if we can find some good settings. So we are in light burn, and once again I'm just going to make a tiny test shape. Today let's get a little extra funky. I've got a rectangle. I'm going to draw a circle beside it and a circle beside it. I'm going to take those and align them how I want. If you push in your scroll wheel and drag, it will pan. And with those pieces like that, so you can see that's going to be less than a 2cm cut. So it'll be pretty quick. So friends, with them selected, I'm going to choose tools and I'm going to choose weld shapes. So now I've got that little bit of a custom shape that we're going to cut out, and it will be quite quick. So let's go over here to our cuts and layers, and my red setting is where I usually start. So I have got a speed of 400, and then I had 9 passes on my last laser. I'm going to try this with 5 passes and 100% power. So friends, with that set up, let's power on the laser. I'll go down here and make sure I switch to the correct laser. There is the P10. It says it's on COM 8. The laser is homing, so we've got the right one. Now let's nudge it out to where I want to cut. I'm going to really quickly arrange the cutting mat. Let's do some shift nudges to get this out into that area where I want to cut. Now I picked this area because it's pretty decent for the camera. You're going to cut wherever you want your material to be so it's most efficient. This just works for me. We do need to set our height, so I'm going to flip the kickstand down. I'm going to loosen the nut in the back. And let's bring that in and let it come down to the kickstand. So there it is in place. Try and get my fat hand out of the way. Tighten that in. I want it to be a little less snug. I don't want it to be quite that snug on it. So I'm going to lift it up just a little bit. Sorry the hand stays in the way. But now, even with the leg down, I can move it. Let's flip the leg up. Over on the laser, I'm going to hit the fire button. So that way we start to get our dots so we can see where we're tracking. I'm going to get that to the bottom left-hand corner. Let's hit frame and see if it fits. That fits totally good. Of course, friends, it is time to grab the safety glasses and let's see if we can cut out this tiny part. Alright everybody, that was crazy quick. Let's see if it pushes through. Ooh, doggy. That is exactly what we want. Holy mackerel. So, we have got settings that are decent. I'm not saying they're perfect. It almost looks like we could dial that down a little bit. But bam, we have just cut through 6mm wood. Friends, let's make an awesome keychain while we're at it. So let's go back here and double check. We had 405 passes and 100% power. I'm going to open up another project of mine. This is a keychain that I put on the stairs of Mount Pisgah. Alright friends, so this is a Mount Pisgah keychain. I climb this set of stairs each day for my workout, and I like to leave one of these up here for people to find. I'm going to real quickly do file save as, and I'm going to save these settings for the P10. I like to try this with every laser. When we do hit save, I'm going to make sure my settings are good. So we've got that 400, we've got 5 passes, and we've got 100 power. And then this little Mount Pisgah design, I'm going to do with a fill 3360. Let's go over to the laser, use the move command, and get to a spot where we can cut this out. I'm going to nudge over 1 click. I'm going to make sure I come down 1 click. Let's make sure this is reasonably straight. And let's quickly hit frame to see if we like where that's going. It came up short of that hole. Looks like it's all going to fit absolutely fine. Once again, friends, let's don the goggles. And let's see how cool our little keychain turns out. Alrighty friends, moment of truth. Woohoo! That is buttery smooth. Oh my gosh. Love the details where it was engraved in the Mount Pisgah. Cut it crisp as can be. Of course, when I'm done, I'm going to add HL ModTech on the back. How cool is that? Alrighty friends, so there you have it. Another super successful project on the P10. Friends, when you're messing with these settings, do like I did. Get a piece of scrap wood, make sure it's the same size. Test them until you're happy. I've been doing this for a little while, so I kind of knew 400 was going to be groovy. Set your passes, and then you can keep adjusting it to try and find the perfect numbers. But for about 7 minutes of cutting, bam, I've got an epic keychain that I'm happy to leave at the top of Mount Pisgah. Friends, remember, if you are interested in this laser, there will be a link down below, and there are plenty more videos to come. And of course, friends, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about HL ModTech. Of course, if you got a question, comment, or suggestion, add it down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, and last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HL ModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Good day, friends. It is me, HL ModTech, and I'm back once again with the P10. Friends, today we're going to do our first offline cut, so let's get cracking. Alright, everybody, so I'm going to use this tiny bit of wood here, and we're going to cut out what I call a happy crab. Let's get it set up in Lightburn. Alright, friends, so first things first, I am in Lightburn, and I'm going to switch to the P10. It is not connected via USB, so we won't see anything show up there. Then I'm going to go over here, and I am going to open a previous file. Let's see if we can find this by using search. If I type happy, we'll see if we can find my old project. Happy crab, one layer for pine. I'm going to open V2. There are currently 2 of them in here. My piece of wood is pretty small, so I'm going to delete one. And I'm going to do File, Save As. And then I'm going to rename this as P10, so I know which laser I set it up for. Now if we zoom in, let's click and check our layers. It is 3012 in this current iteration. I'm going to make sure I'm on setting number 2. And there is my 400 and my 5 with 100%. And then I'm going to go here with the mouth and do the same thing. And with the little eye holes, same thing. This time I'm going to do Shift Select, so I've got them both. And we can set up that layer all at once. So friends, with our design put together, now we need to save it to the SD card. I have plugged in my SD card to the little adapter, and now I'm going to plug it in the PC. There you can see it has been selected. I'm going to do File now, and I'm going to save as G-code. And I'm going to put that in the USB drive. That name is just Groovy, so I'm going to hit Save. And then don't forget, we want to safely eject it. Now I can remove it, and let's go play on the laser. So of course, let's power it on. There you can see we get the logo, and it goes to the carve menu. I'm going to press in the SD card, and then we can click on the carve menu, and there is my happy crab. So let's get our piece of wood out there on the protective area. We are going to right now use these controls to nudge the laser out so that I can actually see it with the camera. You can pick how much it's moving, so I was moving 10 millimeters. If you wanted to move 1, you can just do that. I'm going to go back to 10. And now I can move my piece of wood into place. Now you can see we do have a dot in there so that it's tracking it. Before we do anything else though, let's make sure the height is right. I'm going to flip down the kickstand. That slides under there just perfect, so I am happy with that. I'm going to put the kickstand back up. Let's get it right to that corner. Now friends, I'm going to count that as my starting point, so I'm going to hit positioning and yes. And now let's test the contour scanning. So it's checking to see where it's going to fit. Friends, that is absolutely perfect. So we're as happy as can be. pretty cool for just guessing. We're going to grab the goggles. And now with my goggles put on, let's hit start. It says how many passes. I already put 6 in there, so when I say 1, it'll be 1 times 6. If you did 2, you'd end up with 12. So I'm going to hit yes, and let's make something awesome. Alrighty friends, so there we have it, a happy crab. Let's see how well it cut out. Oh, it is so close. Those little legs down here on this corner gave us a little bit of a problem. It is so close. I'm going to just finish with this X-Acto knife really quick. You can see that part was easy peasy. Now I'm just working around these legs. I'm setting it down on the table just because it's a lot easier. And there, after a moment, we have got an adorable little happy crab. Now friends, these are so awesome. I also 3D print them, and the eyes of one will balance on the other. The only problem is the wooden one is a lot lighter than the 3D printed one. But there you can see, you can do many of them, and they're actually fun to play with as well. Friends, I do also want to highlight how useful this carve interface is. So slick to have designs on SD card. I can take the laser anywhere I want. I don't even need a PC. All I need is some material, and bam, I'm laser cutting cool designs. How fun is that? Alrighty friends, so there you have it. Simple steps to use the P10 with the sweet built-in interface. Now friends, if you're looking for more information, there are links down below. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about HL ModTech. Of course, if you got a question, comment, or suggestion, add it down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HL ModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Good day friends, it is me, HL ModTech, and I'm back once again with the P10. Friends, today we're going to cut some fun acrylic keychains, so let's get cracking. Alright everybody, let's start with material. This is some thin acrylic. I bought sheets of it. It's about 2 millimeters thick. It's got the gold on the top and it's black inside, so we're going to be able to cut this and engrave it, and it'll look pretty sweet. Alright everybody, let's start by naming this file. I'm going to save it as Let's Get Crackin' Keychain, and I'll store it in my 3D modeling folder. We're going to build this with text. I'm going to just click out here and let's type let's and get, and then I'm going to make more text down below. Crackin'! Exclamation point. I think I'm going to get rid of that G just because it's kind of fun. Let's get these aligned. I'm going to select them both. Let's choose align left. I'll move them over with the arrow keys. And now let's pick a font. Let's use candles. Do that for both. One nice thing is after you use them, they show up top under your recent. I'm going to get them nice and close. I'm going to stretch them so they fit. If you do control nudge, you can micro nudge to get them exactly where you want. I like that right there. Then I'm going to add a hole. So I'm doing shift select so it stays like a circle. That's 8 millimeters. I know I want mine to be 5. I'm going to press enter. Do that for both. I'm going to switch to my selection tool, and I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. I know that my keychains always look like that, and you can see here I'm starting at about 40. I always stop at 7 centimeters, so I'm going to do 110, and that's the size I like to keep mine. Now, if I'd have been really smart, I would have started with a rectangle and I would just made it 70 and 25 because those are my general numbers. And then I could just make sure that fits. I could also set it as a toolpath so it's just out there for us to look at while we're working. So I'm going to select those two. Don't forget you can go from right to left, so all you have to do is touch them. But you can see there I got the toolpath. Now I've just got those two. I'm going to shrink it in just a little bit more. And then friends, it is time to add the cool keychain shape. It is so simple. I'm selecting those three items. I'm doing tools. And I'm doing offset shapes. 6 is crazy huge. I'm going to change that back to 3. That, my friends, is pretty slick and is going to make an epic keychain. Alright everybody, so I shrunk this so it fits inside my dimensions just a little better. I'm also going to adjust this cut. So instead of 600, 100, I'm going to make it 600 and I'm going to make it 90. But I do want to do 2 passes. That looks like it's going to fit pretty good. Now let's get it set up on the laser. Alright friends, so first things first, this has a protective cover. We do need to make sure we peel that off. Let's set the laser up for this material. Once again, it has got the sweet kickstand. Set that kickstand down. Tighten it in, bring the kickstand up, and let's maneuver our material into place. Over here I am going to hit frame. You can see I was way off. We're going to nudge down using the move commands. Let's go down to left 1. Let's hit frame again and see if we're closer. That is just a little bit below, so now I'm going to use control to nudge up. I'm going to try 1 nudge frame. That is just off the material. I'm going to do control up 1 more time and frame. Let's see if that stays on the edge. It missed just up in the top. So I'm going to take my whole design and I'm going to just make it a tiny bit smaller. So I'm just selecting all those pieces and I'm shrinking it a little bit because I want to make sure it stays on my material. 1 more time, let's hit frame and see how that looks. I think that was pretty darn fantastic. Friends, it is time to grab the goggles and let's make an epic keychain. Alrighty friends, moment of truth. Woo-hoo! That's great news when it falls out just like that. Oh my gosh. Golden black, let's get cracking. How cool is that? Alrighty friends, so there you have it, a fantastic little keychain in minutes using the P10 and the cool things that are built in to Lightburn. Friends, I am having a total blast with the P10, and if you're looking for more information, you'll be able to find it in the description below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about HL ModTech. Of course, if you got a question, comment, or suggestion, add it down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HL ModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Good day friends, it is me, HL ModTech, and I'm back once again with the P10. Friends, today we're going to try and cut an acrylic keychain that has white underneath the top color layer, so let's get cracking. Alright friends, so this is our material. It's got the white underneath, black on top. We are going to do the same Let's Get Crackin' keychain from the previous project. If you want to see how that one is made, I will of course have a link in the video cards. Alright friends, this is our keychain. Once again, we added some text, a circle, and then we used the tools, offset shapes, to get the cool outside line. If we check our cuts and layers, currently we are set at a line. We're doing 2 passes, 600 speed, 90 power, and it cut through the gold and black keychain. Absolutely awesome. We're doing an engrave of 3300 and 30% power, and it's working out pretty darn sweet. So friends, now let's line this up on the laser. First thing, of course, is to power it on. There you can see it's home, so it is connected. I'm going to pull these other pieces out of the way. Let's use the move command to get the laser up there. I will remind you once again, we're going to use shift nudge and shift nudge. That goes 10 times as far as your normal nudge. And then also make sure you've got the correct laser. I've got the P10 loaded. Also going to let you know that I'm doing my origin from the bottom left. You can adjust this however you want. Actually, let's try something crazy. I'm going to do this one from the middle. I've got the fire button on, so if we nudge over here and take a look, we're close to the middle. I'm going to do control down a couple clicks and control over a couple clicks. I am going to hit frame, and let's see how close that comes. Watch that one more time, but I'm going to do control to the right. Let's test that again. That stayed on the bottom edge. That totally fit. So we are testing from current position, center. Of course, friends, we are going to grab the goggles and let's make something magnificent. Alright everybody, so moment of truth. It etched beautiful, but just like I thought, it is not cutting through that white. It just can't cut through white. That is just a problem with using the laser light. It won't go through anything that reflects. Just for giggles, I'm going to try and cut a circle over here. Let's see if we can find numbers that do let us get through. Alright everybody. As you can see, I've got a tiny circle. I have set it to 5 passes. We're going to do 600. I'm even going to bump the power up to 100. This will only take a moment to do. Let's frame it and make sure I've got it on a piece of that stuff. That was pretty groovy. I think I can do control up and use my material just a little bit more wisely, so maybe I can test it more than once. I'm going to do control left as well. Let's frame that again. That looks good. Friends, it is time to grab the goggles. Let's hit start and do one more test to see if we can actually cut through this black and white acrylic. Alright, so that was super speedy. It is making a mark underneath, but it did not cut through, and it's just not as clean a cut. So I'm going to say for right now, friends, fun for the ones with black underneath, but if you want to do a shaped keychain, it's just not going to happen with that white layer below it. So let me show you how this works. I have loaded the same project, and I'm not going to cut the fancy outline, so I'm just going to disable its output. We can still see that it exists. We've still got our other rectangle, but we're just not going to use it. And also, I'm going to ignore the hole too. I'm going to drill that separately. So friends, let's peel off the protective layer. I'm going to get this in the middle-ish. This is one of the nice things about using that center area. Now let's hit frame. Okay, that did not fit great. I'm going to watch it one more time. I'm going to do control up, one nudge forward. Back to my move commands. There's that. I'm going to do control right, one nudge two. Let's check that frame again. Alright, I like that. So friends, glass is on, and all we're going to do this time is cut the letters. Alrighty friends, does not have the fancy shape of the gold one, but as you can see, it does engrave like a champ. Let's get cracking. So there you have it friends, playing with that 2-color acrylic and making an awesome keychain. Was not able to cut it out. And friends, if you've got tips where you think I should be able to cut through that white, I'd love to hear your suggestions. And I do also want to let you know I visited the website today and they're starting to throw Black Friday ads. You can get these for even a little cheaper. Once again, make sure you check the links in the description. Finally friends, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about HL ModTech. Of course, if you have a question, comment, or suggestion, add it down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HL ModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.